Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, outside, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the Nasdaq. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While While I'm still in my sand, they get robbed. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the Nasdaq. Used to run from the ATF and the cop. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profit. Hey, Suge, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profit. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profit. That TTG money gang, hey, we some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, guys? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Paranada. I go by Michael Edward. I am the co-founder and head trader for True Trading Group. If you didn't know, we were a finalist at the Benzinga FinTech Awards for 2023 for the best data analysis tool. We're also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university and professional level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everyone inside of True Trading Group. Now, you see, we take that university level of curriculum and we combine it with today's top financial tools that are worth well over $5,000 a year on their own. These are tools that include Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, congressional trading data, a simulator to let you practice, Trading Views premium charts, the Trade Idea Scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, and dark pool data. So much more I'll talk to you guys about later. But when you join True Trading Group, of course, you're going to get all our courses, you're going to get all of our trade alerts, but you also get access to all of these tools. We set you up with everything that you need to have the very best chance of becoming successful for one affordable price for the entire year. You're also going to get access to thousands of our True Trading Group members, the most educated, helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders that you are ever going to find. Not to mention all the real-time trade alerts from the moderators and myself that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions now roughly for the last 4 years of just around 80%. Now, if you're wondering who I am and why I should listen to anything that I say or discuss on this channel, it's because I didn't figure this stuff out by watching YouTube videos or sitting in Discord chats. I began my career working at T3 Alpha Fund, my first job right out of college in New York City, where they made me sit through an educational training program before they ever let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened, the Great Recession and the stock market crash. But it also was the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And along with 9 professional trading moderators and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. We actually have 10,000 members in 115 different countries, truly a global community here inside of True Trading Group. Everyone that's tuning in and joining us from the Stockmaster app, welcome. How much higher does this go? Right? That's the question. How much higher does the market go? Big rip your face off rally today in the markets, fueled by much lower than expected inflation expectation data that came out earlier today. That's ahead of the CPI inflation data that we're going to get on Thursday. So is today's price action a little bit of foreshadowing of what is to come at the end of the week when we actually get last month's CPI data? We shall see. That's what we're discussing here today on this YouTube stream. We're talking about how much higher can this actually go. All right. So welcome all of our friends from the Stockmaster app. If you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here on this channel with myself, other TTG Pro trading mods, and special guest drop golden nuggets to give you free lessons, education, and trade ideas that can help you guys all become better traders. So if you have not yet done so, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you guys never miss out on any of these live streams. We're dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis. Now, if you guys caught my live stream last night, I told you this was going to be a banner week, right? I told you this was going to be a banner week. I told you we had a lot of catalysts coming out this week. It started today with the inflation expectation data. You're going to have the CPI inflation data on Thursday. You're also going to be getting, obviously, the jobless claims numbers that we get every single week. And those numbers are getting more and more and more important as we go on deeper into 2024. Those numbers are going to get very, very important. Actually, was just listening to hedge fund discussion panel where a couple of different hedge fund managers were talking about the significance of those jobless claims numbers increasing as you roll through into 2024 to give themselves confirmation of whether or not this soft landing is going to be achieved, and to talk about how aggressive they could get with their portfolio positioning going into 2024. So these are all things that are happening here this week. And you already saw the impact that we had in the overall markets from it. I told you this was going to be a banner week, and man, we did not disappoint. Came out of the gate swinging. Some of the trade ideas from today: Amgen long, NVIDIA long, looking for new all-time highs on both of those names. That's exactly what happened. Triple-digit gain on AMD call options, triple-digit gain on Intel call options executed by Uni. We came right out of the gate, guns blazing, with 2 more triple-digit gains for the month of January. That brings us to 9 triple-digit trade alerts inside of True Trading Group, alerted to members, executed by mods, making money. That is what we have been able to accomplish now over the last several years, ever since you've had this increase in volatility in this market. It doesn't matter if the markets are going up or down. There's opportunity in every single corner of this market. Crypto's flying. The stock market's flying. You've got any sector you want to look at. Yet oil stocks crashed today because of what happened with Saudi. You had tech stocks and semiconductor stocks make new all-time highs. You have so many things that are moving in this market that it doesn't even matter what you're actually trading. Small caps hot today. You had a bunch of small caps, CDU, NXTK or NKTX, whatever. Small caps on fire today as well. Everywhere you look, Bitcoin moving up to 47K. Every corner of this market, there is opportunities. We have now had 84 triple-digit gains in the last 3.5 months. I don't know if you understand how insane that is. And like I said last night, because it really does bear repeating, it's going to be a major week. There's a lot of catalysts. I am not a Monday morning quarterback. And like I said, for those of you that are like my business partner may understand that reference. That means that I don't say things after they happen. I call things out that I believe will happen in advance. I put my name, my reputation, my neck on the line because I have the experience and the education to feel very confident in the things that I say and the things that I'm doing and what I see in the market. Now, does that mean I'm going to be right 100% of the time? No, of course not. Absolutely not. Nobody's right 100% of the time. But I am right a hell of a lot more times than I am wrong. Like I said, collectively as a group, the moderators and I have a win rate on all of our executions of just around 80% now, going on roughly the last 4 years. So why do I say that it's going to be a banner week? It's going to be a banner week. It doesn't take 17 years of trading experience like I have in order for you to realize this is going to be a banner week. This week is all about inflation. It's all about the expected rate cuts that you're going to get from the Fed. The market has priced in a greater than 70% likelihood of the first rate cut coming in March. There is a major discrepancy right now between what the Fed is saying and what the market thinks the Fed is actually going to do. These next couple of months leading into that March meeting are going to be so damn incredibly important, because if the Fed does not cut rates at the March meeting, it's going to be the first time in over a year that the Fed did not give the market what it wanted. In 2023, every time the Fed raised rates or they paused, it was exactly what was priced into the market already. There was no shock. The Fed shocked the markets in 2022. This would be the first time that the markets would be expecting something and the Fed doesn't give it to them. That's why this is going to be such a crucial period for the markets, all while the markets are literally a 1% move away from all-time highs on the S&P. You are 1% away from a closing all-time high on the S&P. Now, the Dow made all-time highs. The Nasdaq hit it as well going into the end of 2023. But now you're sitting here with the S&P just literally knocking up against the door of all-time highs, all while you have this inflation data that's going to be coming out. That is why this is going to be such a big week. The Fed cares very much about inflation expectation. Inflation expectation data, which is what you got today. The Fed uses that to determine whether or not inflation has become unanchored. When inflation becomes unanchored, that's when the economy, industry, people, consumers believe that inflation is going to be higher in the next couple of years than it is right now. And those expectations, as inflation expectations go up, it becomes actually a self-fulfilling prophecy. If people think prices are going to be higher 1 year, 3 years, 5 years from now, then they start increasing prices now to offset that increase in cost. That then increases inflation in the present. So inflation expectations are very, very important. The Fed watches that very closely. That was the catalyst that you got today that sent this market ripping face back to the upside. You also had a beautiful little technical level that we talked about on the live stream yesterday. I told you guys, I think you're going to bounce off this 467, 468 area, but this is a bigger bounce than what I was expecting. I don't think you get this big of a bounce if you didn't have that expectation data that came out today. But nonetheless, I thought today was going to be green day. We talked about it yesterday. I still do think that this market's going to work its way back down eventually to 460. And this is the next major support level that I'm looking to be long against. But this is a big move in the markets, and we were able to take advantage of it inside of True Trading Group with not one, but two triple-digit gains inside of the community. Those were AMD call options, triple-digit gain, Intel call option, triple-digit gain executed there by Uni, the unicorn, rocking and rolling. And it was a big day for semiconductors. Okay, it was a new all-time high for NVIDIA. NVIDIA came out with some news about some new chips. AMD came out with a little bit of news about some new chips as well, some GPUs. It's just a great day for semiconductors with NVIDIA hitting a new all-time high. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually take a moment and I want to actually show you guys something. Okay, I want to show you guys something because, like I said to you a couple of minutes ago before on this live stream, I said to you that I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. I say to you that I come on this YouTube channel and I tell you not just what happened today, although of course we'll recap the day, but I don't just tell you what happened today. I don't just tell you what happened the day before. I tell you what I believe is going to happen in the markets in the future, whether it's tomorrow, next week, next month, whatever it is. Okay. I tell you guys exactly what my thoughts are. Yesterday on this live stream, I went over a couple of trade ideas that I had coming into this week. One of my number one top trade ideas, the first idea that I gave you, was actually on a stock called Amgen. You all may be familiar with Amgen, AMGN. This is a stock that was mentioned in our market outlook report. It's a stock that I own. It's a stock that I love. They made new all-time highs last week, and I was looking for a continuation of those all-time highs. And what I want you to do real quick is I want you to look at my chart. Everyone just take a look at my chart. If you guys are busy doing something else, just give me a quick little peek with your eyes. Okay? Just look at this screen. What I want you to do is I want you to memorize this candle. See that candle right there? See this big green candle? I want you to memorize this candle. Okay? Everyone see it? Great. Everyone sees that candle? Excellent. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play for you a video clip. It is a quick video clip. It's from last night's live stream. I'll spare you the long analysis that I gave on why I believed Amgen was going to move to the upside. If you guys want to go back and watch the live stream from last night, you certainly can. But I did you a favor. I grabbed like a 20 or 30-second clip of me telling you last night that my top idea is Amgen for the long to new all-time highs. Let's go ahead right now and play that clip. Amgen. Amgen is a stock that just recently broke out to new all-time highs. And I don't think this stock is done. This is a breakout to new all-time highs. And what I'm going to look for on Amgen here, guys, is I think Amgen is going to continue. I think this thing has more upside. Now, do you see the candle? Did you see the candle? Let's play that one more. Watch the candle that I draw on the chart. One more time, Joe. Let's play. It's only 20 seconds. One more time. Play that clip. Watch the candle that is drawn on the screen. Amgen. Amgen is a stock that just recently broke out to new all-time highs, and I don't think this stock is done. This is a breakout to new all-time highs, and what I'm going to look for on Amgen here, guys, is I think Amgen is going to continue. I think this thing has more upside. So if you guys see, there's that candle that I drew for you guys last night on the YouTube live stream when I told you that this was one of my trade ideas coming into the week. Look at the candle that Amgen puts in here today. I drew the candle last night. Now I'm not doing this to prove to, oh, look, I'm the world's greatest trader. No, this is just an analysis that I had, a trade idea that I had, and it turned out that I was spot on and I was dead right. Right? The point I'm trying to make for you is that this is the type of analysis that you get inside of True Trading Group, which has allowed so many of our members to reach goals that they never thought actually were possible. We talked about today in the pre-market session before the markets even opened. I told everybody I think that NVIDIA is going to make new all-time highs. This was literally one of our top trade ideas for today. NVIDIA looking for new all-time highs. Why? Looking for NVIDIA all-time highs. I came out. We had a discussion about this. There was a couple of people actually in chat that were like, "Oh yeah, I know NVIDIA came out with news saying that they're ready to release these H2O chips, which are the chips that can go to China." But then China came back and China said, "Oh, we don't want your watered down chips." And there was this discussion that we were having in chat about some people that were saying, "Hey, I don't think NVIDIA is going to make a new all-time high because of this." And I said, "Guys, listen, I think NVIDIA is going to make a new all-time high." We had like a 10-minute discussion about it in the pre-market session. Again, I'll spare you the 10-minute conversation, but I've got a quick little video clip that I snagged from pre-market. The video clip I just showed you on Amgen was actually on YouTube yesterday. The video clip I'm going to play for you now was not from YouTube. It is from inside the True Trading Group platform in the pre-market session when the moderators and I share our trade ideas for the day, what stocks we're focused on, where the prices we're looking to buy these stocks, where do we think they're going to go, so that our members know exactly where to focus their attention to take advantage of what we believe will be the best opportunities in the market for places that we can make money. Let's go ahead right now and play a quick video clip from this morning in the pre-market session when I said, I think NVIDIA makes a new all-time high today. I'm really focused on NVIDIA. In NVIDIA, there's news that their H2O, whatever chips for China are ready. And that gave the stock a little bit of a pop there when that news came out. What I like about this, you guys know I've been talking about NVIDIA about making a new all-time high, and you had this little bit of a deeper pullback into the 50-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average held, and now you're recovering. Everybody sees this resistance at the all-time high above 500. Everybody sees it. So the fact that the stock keeps pushing into it, the more times that a stock touches a resistance level, the greater the chance that that level is going to break. So I don't know. I think that you're going to get NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is going to break this all-time high. So that's a little discussion that we're having in the pre-market. No, again, that conversation went on for another several minutes, but I'm not going to play for you a 10-minute conversation. But there it is in the pre-market session to me saying that I believe NVIDIA is going to make a new all-time high. And sure enough, look at the candle that this thing put in here today. Big explosive move right through all-time highs as NVIDIA now has broken out with a massive day today. The stock's up 6.5%. They were talking about also some news about some new chips bringing AI into your home, and they were in the form of video games, and just some great releases there. You also have the Consumer Electronics Expo that's going to be taking place. That's taking place this week, and that's something that's also giving these stocks a little bit of a bump. And that's really what you get there, guys, with NVIDIA breaking out to those all-time highs. So this is what I'm talking about, how when I come on these live streams, I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. I don't come on here and I tell you this is what happened yesterday. Hey, this is what we did hours ago. Yeah, of course, I'll tell you the positions that we ran, and that, the semiconductor space as a whole was just rock solid today, guys. Look at AMD, big move to the upside today on AMD. Nice move to the upside today on Intel. These were actually the two triple-digit gains that were called out and traded and alerted inside of the community. Intel for the long, that's the intraday chart. And then you have AMD for the long. AMD was actually alerted in the first 2 minutes of the day. Right there was the alert on the AMD long for call options. You can see the stock just pushed higher the entire day, leaving you with well over 100% gain on the position. And that's as soon as the stock broke above that previous pivot high right there, the high of the day from Friday. As soon as you broke above that, that was the all go clear signal for you to alert the long on AMD call options right there. And then you got 100% gain on that for the remainder of the day. So it's not just NVIDIA. It was AMD. It was Intel. It was also ARM with a huge move to the upside, just tons of strength in that semiconductor space. And it was just a really great day for members inside of True Trading Group. So if you ever had questions about what should I focus on, how do I know what stocks are going to move, this is why there are 9 professional traders inside of True Trading Group. Lean on us to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. We will tell you exactly where we believe the opportunity lies. And if you guys agree with us and you want to follow our trades, then you absolutely certainly can. We send out our alerts all on our through our mobile app and inside of our chat. All you need is a cell phone to be notified exactly when moderators enter and exit positions. That is how so many of our members are able to make money from the day-to-day activities that take place in True Trading Group. And it's not, you shouldn't just be taking my word for it. I'm not saying that members are making money just because I think that to be so. And you shouldn't believe that if that were the case. If I was just, oh yeah, hey, trust me, bro. No. Members of True Trading Group are making money. And I know this to be a fact because they actually tell us, they share with us their goals. They share with us their achievements. They share with us their accounts and their P&Ls. This is something that is being seen across the board inside of True Trading Group. And I'll prove that to you right here, right now. Members of TTG that are on this live stream, if you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders because of True Trading Group, I want you to go ahead right now and type the number 1. Just go ahead and type the number 1 if you guys are making money and becoming better traders. Literally, just type the number 1 if you are making money and you are becoming better traders because of TTG. Just go ahead and type the number 1. Any person that's on this live stream that is not a member of True Trading Group should be paying attention very closely to see how many people they see type the number 1. What's the difference between these people and you? Let me, real question. What is the difference? These are your friends, your family members, your coworkers. These are your peers. If they can do it, so can you. They're not luckier than you. That's not why they're making money and you're not. They're not smarter than you. That's not why they're making money and you're not. They don't have more time than you. That's not why they're making money and you're not. They're making money and you're not because you are going about and approaching this wrong. They have access to real professional education. They have access to real professional tools. And they're part of an amazing community of some of the top traders around that generally gives a damn whether or not they succeed or fail. That's why they are making money. Why are you not making money? Well, that's because most people came into the markets during COVID when they had all this extra time, all this extra money, and they started day trading because they thought day trading was the cool thing to do at the time when they were sitting home with nothing else to do. Then they went back to work in 2022 and 2023, and they said, oh man, now I can't trade anymore. BS. You can't trade anymore. I told you we have 84 triple-digit gains in the last 3.5 months, right? Most of them were swing trades. Now, the 2 triple-digit gains today were day trades. Okay, the 2 ones today were day trades. The stocks just made that big of a move because that's how much opportunity is actually in this market that you can get triple-digit gains just in a single day, not even having to hold these positions overnight. But the majority of those trades were actually swing trades. You do not have to be sitting in front of your computer all day, every day to do this. Over 82% of our members have full-time jobs and work over 40 hours a week. If you don't believe me, cool, no problem. Let's ask members themselves. Guys, can you do me a favor? All the members that just said you're making money, can you guys do me a favor one more time? If you're making money while working a full-time job, type the number 1 and tell me what you guys do for a living. Type the number 1, tell me what you do for a living if you're making money while working a full-time job. Way to go, Kev Dog. Kev Dog made $800 trading in stocks and $100 trading in futures this morning. That's good for a $900 day. I love to see it. Let's read some of these comments. A barber, a teacher. Oh, Carson, I love it. Carson's a full-time college student getting educated through the markets with True Trading Group. Automotive engineer, electrician, aircraft maintenance. Go Ubari. Boeing needs your help. DoorDasher, bolt mechanic, auto mechanic, taxidermist, tech support, firefighter, airline pilot. Oh, actually flying the MAX. Jason Craig is actually flying the MAX. A builder, renovator, software company, pharmacist, high-touch operations manager at Cisco. Kathleen Duke, I hope you're doing well. Residential construction sales, an AC business, a CPA, a baker, a nurse. Okay, I don't need to keep reading all of these, right? But you guys take a look. Read some of the comments that are coming through inside chat. See if you see maybe someone that does the exact same thing that you do for a living. You hear this statistic that like 92% of traders fail, right? You've all heard that statistic. And while that might be true, you have to consider the circumstance in which that is taking place. I'll tell you the reason why 92% of traders fail. Because I can tell you 92% of True Trading Group traders aren't failing. You just saw how many people told you that they're actually making money. So what? Does True Trading Group just exist in a vacuum? Are we somehow exempt from the common trader pitfalls? No, of course not. But the reason why 92% of traders fail is because it has become so incredibly easy to open up an account on your phone, drop an amount of money in there that you really can't afford to lose, go listen to some furu on Reddit tell you that some stock's going to moon, and then you jump in, you lose 80% of that position, and then all of a sudden now somehow that means the stock market's a scam and the stock market's not for you. If you think that way, then you're doing yourself a massive disservice. And it doesn't stop there. It doesn't just stop at you doing yourself a disservice. It stops at you doing your family a disservice. Because this is something that is for you. This is something that could improve your financial situation for you and your family. So you never have to make any more compromises on the vacation that you want to take, or the amount of holiday gifts that you want to buy, or what items you got to put back at the grocery store when you're on the checkout line. How many people are on this live stream that are not members of True Trading Group? Do me a favor and type the letters TTG, please. Type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Just go ahead. TTG inside of chat right now. Okay? Inside of chat right now. Just go ahead and type TTG. Let's see. We got Martha, Jonathan, Ruben, Faraj, Anthony, Jay Carter. Guys, go ahead. Just type the letters TTG for those of you that are not yet members of the community. We have Mary. Don't be shy, guys. Just type TTG. I want to see who I'm talking to here. I just want to see who I'm talking to that's not a member of the community. Shane. All right, sweet. Excellent. We got Joseph. Pamela. Yes. 10 toes. TTD puts the G in legit. Jacoby. Awesome. Guys, listen, okay? For those of you that are not yet members in True Trading Group, okay? We had a lot of people that joined. If none of you guys caught the live stream last night, I mean, there's a bunch of usernames that I see typing TTG right now that I don't recognize. So I'm going to assume that maybe you guys are maybe new to the channel, or maybe you guys were not on the live stream last night. But if you guys were on the live stream last night, you would have saw us talk about, right, Amgen to new all-time highs. You would have saw us have these conversations with you guys. A lot of people joined last night. We had a lot of people join the live stream last night. Okay. Probably one of the busiest live streams that we've had in quite a while, as far as the amount of people that ended up joining the family and joining the community. Some people today now asking, I guess they saw the live stream yesterday, but it was after the day had already rolled over. They watched it today, reached out to us asking if the holiday price that we have been running over the weekend, if they could still get it, or if had we moved the price to the upside. Listen, the holiday sale price that we were running at True Trading Group was an insane discount, but we had to move the price to the upside. We just had to. It just doesn't make any sense for us to keep that price where it was. But I will meet you in the middle. If you are one of those people that sent us the messages today, we had a handful of people that messaged us today saying that the coupon code that we gave on the live stream was not giving them the 61% discount. That's because it had rolled over and is no longer valid. But I will meet you in the middle. Okay. The discount I gave last night was 61%. I will give you a 57% discount here today. Now, that 57% discount that I'm going to give you guys here today is going to be available for either the next 20 people that join True Trading Group or midnight tonight, whichever happens first. And then the price is going to jump up over $1,000 for the whole year. I'm trying to meet you guys in the middle because I understand that not everybody was able to be on the live stream yesterday, but we need to move the price back up away from the holiday sale price that we were running to finish out the year, which we did. We did move that price up, but this is a slight move up compared to the jump we're going to make after midnight tonight or after these 20 spots. I'm giving you guys one more shot, and I'm going to meet you in the middle. So take advantage of this, because even at this price, 57% discount, the price of True Trading Group is normally $2,212. When you go to ttgoffer.com, use this coupon code, TTG121. You have to manually enter it and then click apply code. Then the price will drop down 50% off. It brings the price down to just $950 for the entire year. There is no upsell, additional cost, or hidden fees for anything that you see on ttgoffer.com. Every single thing that is on that page is included for $950. Not a single upsell for any item that you see on ttgoffer.com. You just have to manually type TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop down to just $9.50 for the entire year. That is a 57% discount. And even at that price, it is worth its weight in gold. Take advantage of that price. Guys, I'm not, and again, don't take my word for it. Members of True Trading Group, what would you say a membership to True Trading Group is worth? Members of True Trading Group, literally, if you guys are part of the community, you've experienced the platform, you're part of the program, what do you think a membership to True Trading Group is worth? I'll let you guys answer the question. Now, the people that are not members, don't listen to me. Listen to them. These are your peers. These are people that are in the exact position that you're considering putting yourself in. 2K, 5K, 3K easy. 10K, 10K, priceless. Mark says, if you can't make your money back within a few months, I'd be shocked. B. John says priceless. Jesse says 5K. Brock says 2 to 5K. Ozan says 5K. Dino, 10K. Robert, 10K. Skyburst says priceless. You can buy it right now for $9.50. It's normally over $2,000. You can get it now for $9.50. Go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code, the price drops to $9.50. You will get all of our courses, simplified version of what I went through, the training that I received when I worked at the fund in New York, beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. You guys are going to be getting part of it. You're going to get also the congressional trading data. Okay, so you can track trades by Congress. Well, Nancy Pelosi just bought $5 million worth of NVIDIA call options 2 weeks ago. Wouldn't you know, NVIDIA new all-time highs. I've been telling you guys about that position, that trade that just went off that we were able to see on our congressional trading data on the platform. Also gave us the confidence about looking for NVIDIA for the move to the all-time high. You get TradingView's premium charting software. You're going to get the trade idea scanner streams on our platform for you guys to use. Dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, short data, analyst ratings, all of our AI trading assistants. We actually have an AI trading tool. You can click the button and it breaks down the chart for you. Support, resistance, chart patterns, news analysis. All of it's included for the $9.50 when you guys join. A trading journal, a social sentiment scanner. All you have to do is go to ttgoffer.com, manually enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code, and the price then drops down to $9.50. It's only available for the next 20 people or midnight. So if you guys are watching this live stream later this evening and you go to ttgoffer.com, how do you know you're one of the 20 spots? Simple. Enter the coupon code, click apply code. Does the price say $9.50? Yes, then you're one of the 20 people. If it doesn't, if it says 1,500, well, then that means that the 20 spots have already been filled. Again, I'm meeting you guys in the middle. The price was $850 last night. It will be well over $1,000 tomorrow. I'm meeting you in the middle. You asked us for it. We got a couple of messages from people earlier today. I'm meeting you in the middle, $950 for one more night. And anyone that still has a shred of doubt, I'm going to erase that doubt for you right now. You see, we stand behind the platform that we've created at True Trading Group. We believe so strongly in the product and the community that is True Trading Group and its ability to help you reach your goals, that if you join TTG, we offer you a double your money back guarantee. I'm dead serious. It's right there on the checkout page in black and white. Go read it. This is how it works. You join True Trading Group now, you pay $950 for the year. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group. We do study groups every week. They're free. Okay. Do those 3 things and actually use the platform. And you have the whole year to do it. Take your time. Go at your own pace. You don't have to do this all in like 30 days. Okay. If you do that and you are unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $950 membership fee that's going to cost you to join, if you cannot make that back at least one time during your membership, we will give you back $1,900. That is double what you are paying to join us. Daniel, welcome to the community. Guys, everybody welcome Daniel. Daniel's the newest member to the group. Guys, Daniel, welcome. That means there's 19 spots left. So everybody welcome Daniel. 19 spots left. Remember, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. I can offer you double your money back simply because our refund rate, it's less than 2.5%. If our refund rate was like 12 or 15%, I would not be able to offer double your money back. But it's less than 2.5%, so we can. I can also offer it with confidence because we have a retention rate of 78%. 78% of our members renew their membership. Let me ask you guys a question. Those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, let's do a hypothetical. Let's say you joined right now. You paid $950. Let's fast forward 1 year from now. Let's pretend it's January 8th, 2025. You've made no money. Worse, you've lost money. You've learned nothing. You don't feel any more confident in your ability to make money in the markets 1 year from now than you do today. Would you renew your membership? Would you ask us if there's any lifetime membership spots available? Would you do either of those things? No. Of course not, right? Of course not. But let's fast forward a year from now. Let's say your $950 investment into the True Trading Group platform and investment in yourself has netted you a trading profit of $16,000 and an outpaced long-term portfolio performance of 40% over the market's 12%. Would you renew your membership? Yes, right? Okay, cool. Members of True Trading Group, can you guys do me a favor? Members, type the number 2 if you have renewed your annual membership or if you have become a lifetime member of the community. Type the number 2 inside of chat right now. The people that are on here that are still skeptical, I want you to pay attention to how many members of True Trading Group you're going to see tell you that we joined and we stayed. Why would this many people stay at True Trading Group, renew their annual membership, opt to become a lifetime member if they did not feel that the time, the money, and the effort that they have put towards True Trading Group was not worth it? That it was not worth its weight in gold. You wouldn't renew unless you were making money, right? So then why did all these people renew? And our refund rate, to be exact, you guys want the exact refund rate, since inception is 2.143%. That is our exact refund rate, 2.143. So for those of you that are not yet members, go to ttgoffer.com and enter the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code, the price drops to $9.50. If you have any questions, whatsoever, do not hesitate to text us. We're fully transparent. We are an open book. Anything you want to know, text us at 1-888-306-8783. Again, that is 1-888-306-8783. Text that number. It's right there on the bottom of your screen if you guys have any questions at all about the True Trading Group membership. Any questions at all, I want you guys to send us a text message to 1-888-306-8783. Otherwise, you go to ttgoffer.com and you enter that code, TTG121. Also, we've had a ton of members rejoin True Trading Group over the last few months. So if you guys used to be a member during COVID, maybe you went back to work, you thought you couldn't do it. Now you realize that was a big mistake and you can, because over 82% of our members have full-time jobs and work over 40 hours a week. So if they can do it, so can you. Remember, the majority of the triple-digit gains we've had over the last 3.5 months have been swing trades. So you guys can do this. Okay? So if you guys want to come back, okay, you also have to text that number because we have to whitelist your email address in order to give you guys that discount. Cleverson, welcome to the trial membership. I see Cleverson just joined our trial. Guys, listen, we do have a trial, but Cleverson, I just want to be fully transparent with you. The minimum that you would pay to become an annual member, if you go through the trial, is $1,420. Just want to make sure you know that. You're not going to join the trial and then pay $950. Just want to make sure you know that. Just want to be fully transparent, okay? You can go through the trial program, but then when you decide you want to join, It's $1,420. The coupon code I'm giving you today on this live stream is only available for the next 19 people that join or midnight tonight. So again, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. All right. So there we have it. All right, guys. So let's take things back on over to the charts. Let's talk about this huge rally, man. This huge day today. I mean, what a powerful move, right? I mean, look at this. That's just a powerful move. So I only see, 3 resistance levels in the SPY. One of them is right here. And that's going to be this gap fill. Okay. Another one is just 2023's highs. And the other one is the all-time high at 480. Okay. These are the 3 resistance levels that I see. Okay. These are the 3 resistance levels that I see. After a day like you had today, understanding that your CPI data is not until Thursday, you have 2 days where the markets could just trade freely without a lot of economic noise. Today was big with the inflation expectations. Thursday is going to be big. Jobless claims, CPI, Friday's PPI. So you got a lot of stuff coming out as the week gets deeper in. But as I sit here and I'm looking at the move that we had today off this level, makes me just kind of feel like the bulls are still in control. You just had profit taking last week to start off 2024. And the bulls came right back with vengeance here today. And I think what we probably should do is look for support at around 471.5 on pullbacks to actually continue this little move here to the upside until you get your CPI number. So what I'm thinking about, and I'll go to a 15-minute chart just to break this down for you guys a little bit more clearly. Okay. I'll delete these lines just to kind of, make this easier on you. Okay. What I'm going to look for here now is you see this level of resistance that we had last week. Right. You guys see that? We can all see that. You broke through that today. And I think that we could rely on this zone to be a little bit of a support area if there's any type of a pullback, and then see if we can get up to here, right? See if we can just do one of these. See if we can get ourselves up to there as we work into the latter part of the week. And then it comes down to the CPI report, right? If you get a higher than expected CPI report, I would certainly expect this market to fall back to the downside and then work its way to, a target that I have of mine is right here. I just don't really necessarily, this is a level that I'm going to keep on my screen. If and when the markets get down here, I will 100% looking for longs because this is just too big of a level. 460 is this level that you guys see on the chart. And I'll show you resistance in 2023, resistance in 2023, and then here's resistance in 22, and here's resistance in 22. That's a huge level. So when the markets drop back into that zone, I absolutely am going to be looking for longs. I just, you might make a move up into this all-time high first, tap the all-time high, and then pull back off of it is maybe what you might get after seeing what the markets did today, after seeing what the inflation expectation data was. So I thought maybe we had a chance to get there this week. We talked about it on the live stream last night. You would need a higher than expected CPI number in order for us to get down there. We have to welcome Joseph. Joseph. Hey, Joseph came back home. Yes, Joseph Gallant. Welcome back home, brother. So Joseph used to be a member. Now Joseph just came back. Joseph, welcome back to the family, man. Welcome back to the family. Everybody welcome Joseph back home. Glad to have you back, Joseph. Welcome back, man. That means there's 18 spots left, guys. 18 spots left for the 57% discount. Remember, how do you know you're one of the 18 spots. You just enter the coupon code TTG121. And if the price drops to $9.50, then you are good to go. So on the live stream last night, I was telling you, I'm like, we could get there. We could get here this week, but I think you would need higher than expected CPI data in order to do that. The inflation expectation data, 1 year, 3 year, 5 year inflation expectation data came out today. It dropped significantly. And that is what saw yields push to the downside. And that's what saw chances of a rate cut in March go up. And that's what saw equities move up as well. Just an overall strong day in the markets. You had a lot of strength in technology. You had a lot of strength in semiconductors. You had some good news releases on NVIDIA and AMD also to add some fuel to that fire. And that fire was already there. It's not like AMD and NVIDIA and semiconductors moved just because of that. Before that news even came out, those stocks were gapping up green today. So you already had strength in that sector. And then those press releases certainly just made everything even better, right? And then you got really nice pushes. NVIDIA to the new all-time high. AMD, big, huge move. ARM, big, huge move. Broadcom, big, huge move today. Really good movements in the whole semiconductor sector. And then you had really good movements in healthcare and biotech. Healthcare and biotech had huge moves. And that's because you have the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference, which is the largest healthcare conference that takes place every year. It started today, and you had some comments and some updates come out on a bunch of different companies. And that you had really strong days on a lot of healthcare names. You had really strong names on like Amgen, strong names on Danaher, Medtronic, ISRG. You had like 2, 3, 4% gains on a lot of stocks today in biotech and in healthcare. So that was really good. Like a broad rally today in the markets, and it was really nice. Really, really nice. Okay. Really, really nice. So a really nice move. So I don't think you're going to get down to that 460 level this week now, unless you get weaker than expected CPI, which could happen. Could happen. But what I mentioned to you guys before, the inflation expectation data, that's something that the Fed really pays close attention to make sure that inflation is anchored, right? It is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Inflation expectations and inflation, it is self-fulfilling. All right. That's why it's so important. Wow. Old-timey. Are you kidding me? A 592% gain on the NVIDIA option. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? That is so insane. 592% for old-timey. Wow. Wow. That is insane. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's nuts. Does anybody have any questions for me? Anybody have any questions for me? Fire away if you guys have any questions for me. Anything that you guys want any particular stocks that you guys want to know about, that you want my opinion on, anything about the Fed or inflation or anything about trading that you guys want to pick my brain. Anything that you guys want to know. We have to welcome Brad also, guys. Brad just joined. So Brad, welcome to the family. Everybody welcome Brad. That means we're down to 17 of those spots remaining, guys. 17 spots remaining. All right. 17. Ilona, welcome. 16 spots, guys. Ilona, 16 spots now remain. Welcome, Ilona. Guys, remember, if you have any questions at all, just text us 1-888-306-8783. And you have the double your money back guarantee. I don't think you need it, considering our refund rate is less than 2.2%. But it's there for peace of mind, and it's there for, allow you guys to hold us accountable. We have to welcome Ali. I don't know if it's either Ali or Ali. I'm not sure. But welcome to the community. Welcome to the family. That is, what is that now, guys? 15 spots left, if I'm correct. 15 spots remaining. So 15 spots remaining, guys. Again, TTG121 coupon code. You have to manually type it in, click apply code, price drops down. All right, let me hit on some of these questions here. Mike, oil, energy sector can drive the next, how can oil and energy sector can drive the next quarter? energy could drive the next quarter if by the next quarter it starts. You know what? I don't think it's going to. Okay. I would say, how could oil and energy drive the second quarter? What would have to happen for oil and energy to drive the second quarter and lead the second quarter? I think you would have to see the United States step in and refill the strategic petroleum reserves and create a floor for the price of oil, which I'm willing to bet that there will be buyers, I'd say, in the high 60s to like $70 a barrel. I think that we're buyers to refill the strategic petroleum reserve. But by the second quarter, let's say the Fed cuts rates in March. If the Fed cuts rates in March and the economy is held together in the first quarter and the economy still looks good and the soft landing outcome becomes even more likely, then you can see oil, start to push. Oil would fall if the economy started to, if the economy started to deteriorate. Then you would see oil start to pull itself back to the downside as demand for oil drops. If you have a recession, then demand for oil goes down and oil prices usually fall when there's a recession. So if the soft landing becomes even more likely than it already is, that could give you a boost in energy. I don't know if energy is going to lead the market though. Energy is still it's a small portion of the S&P when you look, because the S&P is a market cap weighted index. So in order for energy to lead the market higher, it's got to make a huge move. And I just don't see that happening. I'm not bearish on oil, but I just don't see it being the sector leader to pull the whole market higher, if that makes sense. I hope you guys, I hope you understand that. So Joey G says, will you enter SPY puts after the CPI data if it's higher than expected? Yes. If CPI comes in higher than expected, then I think the markets will move to the downside. But Joey, what I think is more important, make sure you understand there's two different aspects of there's two different types of CPI. There's headline CPI and there's core CPI. Headline CPI is not as important as the core number. The headline CPI number is actually expected to go up compared to last month, but the core number is expected to go down. If the headline number goes up and the core number goes up, then that would be negative. That would see the likelihood of a rate cut in March plummet. And if the likelihood of a rate cut in March plummets, like you would drop from like 70% down to like 48%, then that means interest rates and bond yields would shoot to the upside, and that would absolutely cause stocks to move lower. But you really would need core CPI to be higher than expected. If core CPI comes in line with expectations and the headline number goes up, you could still not see the markets move down. So very specifically, I would want to see a hotter CPI core number in order for me to think the markets would then sell off hard. What happens to NVIDIA tomorrow, up or a little down? I mean, today's a huge breakout day. I think you could probably, I think you'll probably trade higher but close lower. So I think that what you can maybe see tomorrow is like, tomorrow you maybe have a candle that looks like this. Maybe you have a candle that looks something like this, where like you trade above today's high, but you also have a pullback and you sit here. And this is a huge breakout. So I would actually love, very selfishly, I would love for us to pull back into here because then I think you can maybe try to get long again on the name on a pullback into that level. So I very selfishly would like to see this type of price action. I would very oops, what's going on here? Why is this? Yeah, here we go. I would very selfishly like to see this type of price action, but I think that this was a clean break. I think you can get a little bit more upside. I think you can probably print up to like 530 and then maybe start to give you a little bit of a pullback from there. How about SPY? Pretty much same thing. Yeah, you know what? I would say, SPY, I think SPY, pretty much kind of same thing where I think that you can trade higher originally. I think you get a candle that looks something like this on the SPY. and really try to get up and test prior year's highs. This is a clean move today. It's a clean move today. So it's kind of hard to just think the market's going to do that tomorrow after a day like today without there being some type of a catalyst for that. Kind of hard to think that, but any pullback, I'd say 471 potential supports at 471. And then, like I said, resistance up there like 475 and a quarter. You talked about an increase in fiscal spending to keep us from recession. Will that add to inflationary pressure towards the end of the year? I gotta be honest, not really. Because our inflation, the inflation that we encountered, was not demand-driven inflation. It was supply-driven inflation. And the drop in inflation that we have seen has not been due to a slowdown in demand. It's been from a rebalancing of supply. So I actually, yes, does consumer, a lot of consumer spending, is that inflationary? Yes, it is. Consumer government spending is inflationary, but I don't think that that's going to drive inflation higher, because our inflation problem was because of COVID and supply chains completely shut down. And then you had this release of demand coming out of COVID with all of these supply shocks in supply chains all around the world. And you just simply couldn't get anything. You couldn't get a new car. You couldn't get a new piece of furniture. You couldn't get anything. And you saw this massive runaway inflation. It wasn't necessarily this yes, we had huge demand coming out of COVID, but it wasn't so much the demand by itself. It was the demand with just a complete lack of supply that added to that inflation. Since then, it's not like the economy's fallen off a cliff. Sure, the economy has slowed, but the economy has not fallen off a cliff. So it's not like we've seen this disinflation because of a drop in demand. It's been really supply catching back up. That's what I think. How do I think the Yankees will do this year? Eileen wants to know. Not great. Not great. I think they'll be better than they were last year, but they're still not a World Series contender. I still don't think they're a World Series contender. What other questions you guys have for me while we do this? What other questions you guys got for me? Guys, again, if you have questions about True Trading Group or the membership, the double your money back guarantee, the courses, the tools, the trade alerts, anything, send us a text message to 1-888-306-8783. Again, that's 1-888-306-8783. National champs, Michigan, baby. I'm actually a Michigan fan. Do I think Boeing goes lower tomorrow? Listen to me very carefully, anyone that's trading Boeing. If you are going to trade Boeing over the course of the next several days, you are going to be very susceptible to headline risk. So in case you guys didn't know, Boeing gapped down 8% today because the exit door blew off the plane mid-flight. And thank God nobody was hurt. The seats that were actually there were actually empty, which is odd because I actually thought that someone has to be in the exit row. No? I don't know. But they nobody was hurt. Now, that caused a big gap down on Boeing. It caused a big gap down on Spirit SPR, which is the company that manufactures a lot of the parts. But the plane was able to land safely. The plane was able to fly perfectly normally, even with the door missing and just a giant hole in the side of the plane, as I'm sure passengers are completely freaking out, but the plane was fine and the pilot landed the plane with no problem and nobody got hurt. Thank God. But I came into the day today when this news dropped and I was like, all right. And we actually talked about this pre-market. And I said, guys, I actually think that this is a bit of a overreaction. We dropped into the 50-day moving average. I thought actually that this stock would give you a nice recovery, and it did. You went all the way down to 225, and we went all the way to 234. But then at the very end of the day, this happened. This is a piece of news. And this is what I mean by if you're going to trade Boeing, you're going to be susceptible to headline risk. It came to head that the investigators found several loose bolts on multiple 737 MAX 9 planes that were grounded temporarily by the FAA so they can look up and look into what caused this malfunction. That is not really a good sign, because if it was just, hey, the bolts were loose on this one plane, I actually think that would make the stock go higher, because it's a very, unique outlier, like one shot type of, like, it's only one plane. It's very specific. It's not a company-wide problem, right? The fact that they found it on multiple 737 MAXs that they were investigating shows a failure in the manufacturing process itself. Poor quality control in the testing that goes on and the safety checks that go on in building these planes. And it's like, how could you miss on several planes bolts? And guys, we're not talking these bolts, understand, people are like, oh my God, that's so ridiculous. We're not talking about like the bolts that you have like in your house when like, oh, I'm hanging a TV and I got to tighten the bolt. That's not what they mean. It's not that simple, right? These are huge pieces of equipment. So don't think that it's like something that silly. But the fact that they've found it in a bunch of different planes shows a problem in the process. And that might be something that shareholders will be a little annoyed with. So now I think there's a little bit more risk here to the downside. Obviously, you got to see what the updates are with regard to the investigation that comes out. I liked the long earlier this morning. It worked out really well, 235 all the way to 234, a $9 move, which was a beautiful trade for some members. But now that you just got this update about like, oh, it was the bolts, and because if they found out that it was just like this one malfunction, faulty part, and it was actually Spirit SPR, that it's their fault, then, and Boeing really, it has nothing to do with Boeing, the stock would continue higher. Now this shows you it's an issue with Boeing. So I like the long a little bit less. Mike, do you recommend buying bond ETF now, given the rates started going down? TLT, for example. Oh man, T-Rex. Honestly, brother, the time for you to buy TLT, in my opinion, was last year, not now. I mean, you've had yields drop from 5% to 3.9%. I mean, I still do think yields go lower, but we talked about months ago. We talked about adding, buying some TLT if people wanted to buy TLT. We talked about that back in like the end of November, honestly, when it bottomed. Right in here, we were talking about it on the live stream for like a couple of days, and it actually ended up being a really nice move. But to buy it now all the way up here is a little bit trickier. I do still think it goes higher. I think the TLT actually goes back to like 110. So that's actually the area that I actually think that you're going to see, but that's not going to really happen until the Fed starts cutting. So maybe by the end of the year or by 2025, you can see maybe the TLT back at 110. Just my personal opinion. If you had money sitting on the sidelines, is it a bad time to jump in? Walt, it's never a bad time to jump in, brother. There is so much action and opportunity in this market that my advice to anyone is get your butts inside of True Trading Group and start to take advantage of the swing trading and the day trading opportunities to generate income, and then be ready with the long-term portfolio. My members are actually members of True Trading Group, the 2024 Outlook Report, waiting on the green light. We should be good in about 5 minutes. So everyone that's a member of True Trading Group should be good in about 5 minutes for the 2024 Stock Market Outlook Report. That does have my views on 2024 and the positioning adjustments that I am making for this year. All right, so that's going to be something that you guys will be getting. We should be ready hopefully within the next 5 minutes. China stocks. Somebody asked about China stocks. I think China stocks are a really good contrarian view. Like if you're looking for like, hey, I just want to do something crazy, then China stocks, because these stocks have gotten obliterated for 3 years in a row. And the Chinese government has been so hard on these companies. But you might see China ease up on the regulation of these companies because their economy has really struggled coming out of COVID. And as a way to kind of spark the economy, you could see them ease up on that regulation. And that would bode really well for all the Chinese names like Baba, Baidu, etc. But these stocks have just been, damn near uninvestable over the last couple of years because of what's going on in China. And these companies, to no fault of their own, they are completely bound by what the Chinese Communist Party says they can and cannot do. And that has really hurt these stocks. And this is the KWEB ETF, which is the Chinese Internet ETF. You guys can see that this was all the way at $105. It's now at $25. And there really hasn't been really any significant bounce except for right here. It's really the only bounce that we got. It's just been this slow death crawl to the downside. It's a shame because these are great companies like Baba, Baidu. They're good companies. So I don't listen. I'm not in these names. Actually, that's not true. I do have one of my portfolios is an emerging markets portfolio. I do not control it myself. My wealth manager at JP Morgan manages it, or their wealth management team, whatever. And I do believe that in that portfolio, I do believe there is some China stock exposure. But I really like India. If you're looking for like emerging markets, I really, really, really like India. That's where my focus is in my emerging markets portfolio is India. And then also I like Brazil. But China, I believe there is exposure in there. It's just not, I don't know how much. Like I said, that's not a portfolio that I manage myself. I hope that helps. All right. What's my bold, outstretched prediction for 2024? You guys are gonna have to wait to get my my Outlook report. I named my number one sector idea for 2024. I picked one sector that I think is going to have a great year. It's not tech. I picked one sector that I think is going to have a great year. You guys will see it. I think Adams is ready. Adam's ready with it probably in the next couple of minutes. All right. Any other questions, folks? Any other questions for moi? Look at everyone's trying to guess what it is. I've said it to some members. I feel like inside of chat. I feel like I've kind of talked about it a little bit, maybe. Yeah, my pleasure, guys. My pleasure. Someone says uranium. No, I'm not. No, uranium's not my favorite pick for this year. Uranium was my commodity pick for 2023. Did really well. It gave us a 40% return in 2023. URA ETF, and then a 38% gain on BWXT, which is the individual stock that I named for uranium. Was my commodity play for 2023. I am still long uranium. I think uranium is a multi-year play, but it gave us a 40% rip last year. I don't expect another 40% rip on uranium this year, but I do think that uranium is something that is going to see an increase in demand over the next several years, because I believe the world is going to begin revisiting nuclear power solutions. I think that what happened with Russia and Ukraine and what happened with energy prices in Europe, when Germany and France and the UK and everyone realized, oh, damn, we're way too reliant on Russia for energy. And when Russia was like, you saw people in the UK were paying more to heat their home than they were to actually pay for their home. You had heating bills were more than mortgages and rents, which is just absolutely insane. And I believe it's Germany. Germany used to have like 10 nuclear power plants. That's it. That's enough to you can just give your whole entire country enough energy. You don't need to get an ounce of energy from Russia with 10 nuclear power plants. But they got away from it. The whole world got away from it when you had two major nuclear meltdowns with power plants, but that was many, many, many years ago. Technology has evolved. Technology is more advanced. The warning systems are more advanced. The contamination systems are more advanced. And I just feel like nuclear energy is something that needs to be revisited, because it makes both sides happy. You have one group of people that are the environmentalists, right? They want green energy, wind, solar power. Well, guess what? Nuclear energy is green. It's a clean energy. But then you also have the other side that's like, you need a lot of energy, you need power. You can't have enough wind farms to power a country, right? So you need something more powerful. Well, guess what? Nuclear energy, as powerful as it gets. So I really feel like you're going to get this. That was why uranium was my pick in 2023. I still like it. And I actually mention it in my Outlook report that I'm still long. Okay. I haven't gotten out of the position because it's a multi-year idea, but it is not my sector pick for the year. Not my sector pick for the year. Anything that I should let them know, Adam, about the report, or is it just is going to be email or?
No, see if you could take some more questions. I mean, I got the approval from the attorney, but and I put the disclaimer in, but now what I'm doing is I'm formatting it correctly because, because we need to speak about how you can get better at formatting some stuff. But the report is about 5 minutes away from being complete.
Well, I sent you the PDF.
It's not. Yeah, you can't send it out like that. I'm almost done.
Well, that's why I sent you both. I sent you PDF and a Word doc. So.
Yeah. I mean, the Word doc is based off the PDF, which isn't correct. So it's fine. Almost done.
The Word doc was created first. So how's that based off the PDF? Doesn't matter. Do what you got to do. All right, guys. So like I said, Adam will be done in the next couple of minutes. With that, is there anything that how are they going to get it, Adam? What are we putting on the site, or is it an email, or what do I? So guys, any other questions while we wait for that? Any other questions, guys? I'll take a couple more questions while we wait. Mike, Mizuno or Callaway for my next fitting? Trying to spend some of this money that we made today. Nice. So my buddy of mine just actually got the Mizuno blades. He loves them. I have Callaways. I've got the Callaway Apex Pros. I love them. I mean, I'm going to tell you Callaway. I'm not a Mizuno guy. My irons are Callaways. My drivers, my woods, my hybrids are TaylorMades. Yes, gold does count as a sector. Yes. Gold does count as a sector. Why does the market move on the job report, but not the revisions? 10 of the last 11 have been revised down. Well, the revisions come with the job report for that recent one. And it does move sometimes. It just depends on what the revision is in comparison to the new report. If you're talking about the report from last week, if that's what you're talking about. What do you think Q4 outcome would tell us about 2024 earnings? I actually think that you're going to see some weak guidance in 2024. You had Nike issue weak guidance to finish off 2023. The stock fell 16% because of that. You just had Lululemon gave a little bit of a soft guide. They actually guided up their earnings per share, but a little bit of a soft guide as far as sales revenue. I think you're going to see more companies are going to start to give you like a cautious guide. I mean, why not? Right? I feel like you give a cautious guide and then beat those expectations in a year that there's a lot of question marks about, you know, just how well is the economy going to hold throughout the year? Are we just going to just keep flying, or is the economy going to pull back a little bit? And I feel like you're going to get more Nike, Lululemon kind of coming out and kind of getting ahead and be like, hey, listen, things, we might be on the weaker side of the guide. I think you're going to get some of that to start off 2024. Any cannabis sector exposure you have, Mike? Listen, cannabis stocks, doesn't matter how great the companies are, doesn't matter how much they grow, those stocks aren't going to do a single thing until there is actual legislative change within the government. So until there's legislation, laws that are changed, until those laws that are changed, those stocks aren't going to do much. Every rally that you get in cannabis stocks is an opportunity to kind of fade the pop until there's actually laws that are changed. That's what I think. Everybody thought the laws were going to change in 2021. At the end of 2020, your cannabis stocks went nuts. And they went nuts because everybody started buying cannabis stocks, because when you had everyone thought, wow, we have a Democrat-controlled White House, a Democrat-controlled Senate, and a Democrat-controlled House. Everybody thought that that's going to be the perfect opportunity to actually have change for cannabis. And it didn't happen. Nobody cared about cannabis. They were all just focused on COVID. And then all the cannabis stocks got crushed as there was, you know, the moment of, okay, you have Democrat everything, let's get cannabis legislation. That moment came and that moment went, and there was no legislation, and those stocks got crushed because of it. You take a look at the MSOS, you can see here at the end of 2020 going into 2021. I mean, look at this. This thing exploded on the hopes that there's going to be legislation in 2021, and it did not happen. So you're going to need real change in order for those stocks to give you any type of real move. What do I think about MDT? I like MDT. Someone asked me this yesterday, Snow Lion, actually. I do like Medtronic. I think Medtronic has a nice recovery this year. I love this level, and I'll show you this level. The stock has run away from this level now, but there is such a massive level of support around like $60 to $70. I don't think you're going to see that price again this year. But that drop into that zone at the end of last year, I think was great. I do think Medtronic this year, I think you see that stock push back up towards 100. I'm bullish on a lot of different healthcare names. And another one, Medtronic, medical devices and everything. Another one is ISRG. I talked about this yesterday as well. I kind of like ISRG to kind of, have a nice little bounce back this year. And I also, again, medical devices. Stryker is another stock that I own. I do like Stryker as well. Stryker sitting up here near all-time highs. So I think you're going to get a new all-time high soon on Stryker. I think you get a new all-time high in ISRG in the next year or two. Medtronic, no, I don't think you get a new all-time high in Medtronic for quite a while, but I do think that it can have a nice year this year. Jordan says, what are your thoughts on the strength of the consumer? Do you think a crack in consumer spending and sentiment will be held up by the stronger jobs market in 2024? Spot on. Yes. You really won't see consumer sentiment crack as long as everybody has a job. Once people start losing their jobs, that's when consumer sentiment fails, or when consumer sentiment cracks. So I actually think that a strong jobs market will keep that. I mean, I expect a pullback in consumer spending. I actually talked about it in my Outlook report, where I think that consumers, I feel like you had your, like going into the end of 2023, like that, like holiday spending. And I feel like after the holidays, you had like record credit card debt. You had a year of just insanely high prices for everything. And I feel like after the holidays, the consumer might want to try to get caught back up on those credit card balances. And then that can see maybe just a little bit of a pullback in consumer spending. But that's not anything that I don't think that's anything severe. I don't think that you're going to see this huge drop in consumer sentiment. It's just because the jobs market is strong. And as long as the jobs market is strong, you still have more job openings than you do people that are unemployed. And if that stays that way, it's really tough for you to see any type of a real breakdown in the consumer if that's the case. What about AI stocks? Which AI companies are best? The best AI companies are the biggest tech companies out there. It's just not even close. The best AI companies are Microsoft, Meta, Alphabet, NVIDIA, Broadcom, AMD. Those are your best AI companies. Everyone is trying to find like this like $4 piece of garbage that is like the next, $200 stock in AI. But the companies that are going to be the best AI players that are going to dominate the space are already the biggest companies on the planet. If you're looking for like a smaller play on AI, I'd say like Palantir. Palantir is a nice AI play. It's a much smaller company, but for me, like my AI exposure is in all the big names. It's in all the big tech names. That's why our portfolio did so well last year. Because we own NVIDIA, we own Broadcom, we own AMD, we own Meta, we own Microsoft, Alphabet. These are all your Adobe, like these are your AI leaders, and the stocks have gone up triple digits in the last year. So, people don't want to, it's like people don't want to look at those names because they're like, oh, well, they're already at all-time highs. All right, yeah, cool. Well, doesn't mean they can't go higher. It doesn't mean what? Okay, so Meta's, 350. Well, why can't Meta be 500? AMD is 140. Why can't AMD be 250? Broadcom is 1100. Why can't it be 1750 and then do a reverse and then do a forward stock split to 150 and then go from 150 to 210? Why not? I don't. What about AI? So ticker symbol AI, like actual ticker symbol AI. I mean, sure. If you want like riskier exposure, yeah, sure, AI. But I don't own AI, ticker symbol AI. I don't own it. It is nowhere near the caliber of company as the bigger names that I just mentioned. Can they grow into something substantial? Yes, absolutely. But understand, this is also the stock that can go to $10 and could go down 75%. Microsoft or NVIDIA or AMD aren't going to go down 75%. So if you're going to be looking for like an AI stock that hasn't done anything yet, there's a reason why it hasn't done anything yet. There's a reason why every single AI stock is near or at all-time highs. And AI is at $28 when in 2020 it went to $180. Like, there's a reason why this stock is not back to here, which is what NVIDIA did, which is what Broadcom did, which is what Adobe did, which is what Meta did, which is what Alphabet did, which is what Microsoft did, which is what AMD did. Like, that's why it's not as good of a company. So, I mean, if you want that, sure, but understand that the risk on that position is substantially higher than something else. But the reward is higher too, right? But you can't, if you're looking for a 500% gain, you got to be willing to handle a 75% loss, right? It's risk reward. It's risk reward. It's all relevant. Maybe Unity. Unity is another one. Maybe you can take a look at. Unity's been this nice, real long consolidation for like 2 years. You can look at Unity. Unity has massive resistance up in the 70s, though. I would sell it if it gets to the 70s. Palantir, these are the smaller ones, right? Like Unity, AI, Palantir, these are the smaller ones. Out of all the smaller ones, I probably like Palantir the best out of the smaller ones. Does today mean first 5 days of January ended green, therefore a green January, green year? We actually finished red because the close of last year was 475.31 and we're at 474.32. So we actually finished red, but the first 5 days leading January leading the year, that statistic is far more, when you look back throughout history, like over the last 100 years, is more spot on when it happens to the upside than it does to the downside. And it's usually, you need clarity. I mean, we're basically flat. So honestly, I don't really feel confident of saying like first 5 days, January as goes, because we're basically flat. You're not like, it would be one thing if, so here's last year. There's the close of last year. So it would be one thing if right now the SPY was here or if the SPY was here, right? That would be a very clear move in the first couple of days of January. But instead, we're here. You know what I mean? So why do I like Palantir over Unity? It's not that I like Palantir instead of Unity. It's less than the same basket, I guess. Like it's like the smaller AI play, I would say this, if you're looking for the smaller, like I like them better than I like AI. If you're looking for cheaper names, I would say these are the ones I would look at. Is Unity, Palantir, I'd say are ones to take a look at. I don't dislike Unity. We have to welcome Yi. Yi just joined, guys. I have no idea how many spots that is. What are we at? 14, 13, 14? 14 spots remaining now, guys. Welcome Yi. Yi's the newest member to the group, guys. Welcome Yi, newest member to the group. Yi, welcome to the family, guys. Again, go to ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code, click apply code. Price drops to $9.50. Check out. You're good. You got the double your money back guarantee. For peace of mind, remember, if you join, you pay $9.50, go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend the study group, and use the platform. If you're unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $9.50 membership fee at least once, we'll give you back $1,900. That's double your money. The refund policy is right there on the checkout page. Yes, it is real. Go read it. Yi, welcome to the family. Text us with questions, guys. 1-888-306-8783. Any hope for penny stocks in 2024? Precious, there's never.
I got this.
There's never any hope for.
No. Don't say that. Don't say that. Here, look. What you want to do is put all your money on your dining room table, all of it. You want to go to the bank. You want to tell them you don't care about withdrawing all the taxes. You don't care about paying all the taxes, anything else. Withdraw all of your money from your bank account. Put it on your table in your home. If you've ever seen The Dark Knight Rises, or just no, what is it? No, I'm sorry, just The Dark Knight. That scene where Heath Ledger, who's playing the Joker, just decides to just pour gasoline and burn all of his money, and it's not about the money; it's about sending a message. Like that. That's what you should do. Okay, thank you.
Yes, that was very good. It was very good. Very, very good. All right, folks. That wraps things up for me.
Bro, the hell it does. I need 2 more minutes. I've been working on this nonstop. So no, it doesn't wrap it up for you. Just give me 2 minutes.
Well, guys, we can just hang out here while we wait for Adam. Everybody tell Adam to hurry up. Everybody peer pressure Adam. Make him feel bad, guys. Ooh, Adam, look at TK. Adam is hot. Look at that. Huh? Adam is hot. Look at you, buddy. Yes.
It's warm in here, if that's what you meant.
No. We're talking about just you being a handsome devil.
Aw.
But yeah. They were poor cooking.
Not like hot temper.
Oh, he goes, not like hot temper.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's okay. It's all right.
I was trying to be, listen, I don't know,
It's all right.
It's all right, bro.
It's not like I'm sitting here building out your fucking thing.
Building out my what?
Dog, I'm gonna teach you how to use Microsoft Word going forward.
I don't need you to teach me how to use
No, buddy, you do.
Maybe we're just on different versions of it, because my Microsoft Word document looks absolutely perfect. So
yes, with no headings and no formatting and no watermark.
All my formatting on my Word document looks perfect. So whatever happened when you opened the file,
no, bro, it's not that it's never mind. It's not what I'm talking about. You don't understand. So
I don't understand.
I know.
I don't understand Microsoft Word.
I understand.
So.
All right. Let me do this real quick. Excellent. Fuck yes. All right. I just pushed it out inside of our Telegram channel. Everyone go to the Telegram channel. It's just been pushed out.
Nice.
All right. So you can go get it there on the Telegram channel. It is there. Why does my dashboard profile pic look sad? Brother, it sounds like you're having an existential crisis, which I relate to because I'm turning 40 this year.
Awesome,
Right.
guys. So you can go to the Telegram channel. The report is in the Telegram channel now. And then with time, it'll be up on your dashboard and everything else. And I'm sure email and everything. But if you guys want,
and by with time, we mean first thing tomorrow morning.
Right. So if you guys want, it's in the Telegram channel right now. Are you emailing it, Adam? Or
No, it'll just be on their dashboards tomorrow morning.
You're not going to email
I'm
people?
not going to. I know there's a reason, or else I would. What do you think? I don't want to do it.
No, I'm saying when it's on their dashboard, sending out an email to let people know it's there.
Yes.
All right, guys. So you got an email when the report is on the dashboard. Right now, it is in the Telegram. It's in the Telegram chat. All right. So, folks, that does it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis and
Show them the platform, bro.
the awesome Q&A. I'm getting to it, Adam. Hop off to the screen then so I could actually show them. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis and everything else that we did here. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A session. It's fun to do these Q&As once in a while. Let you guys just ask me whatever it is that's on your mind. So if you're not interested in a membership, you guys can sign off the live stream because I am done with the analysis and the Q&A part. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash the like button before you go. For those of you that are interested, head on, just stick around right here because I'm going to show you guys for the next couple of minutes what the platform actually looks like so you guys can actually see what the 950 is going to get you. It is an all-inclusive membership, so everything that you see on ttgoffer.com is included when you enter the coupon code TTG121. When you click apply code, the price will drop to $950. Check out, you're good to go. There's only 14 spots remaining, or midnight tonight, whichever one of those two things happens first. You're going to get our chat room where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades in real time. We're answering questions. We're with you for the entire day. You're going to get the mobile app so you can get notified when our moderators enter and exit their positions in real time. You're going to get 2 private study group sessions to speed up your learning curve with our mods. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed with congressional trading data so that you guys can be notified when Congress makes trades. And also when there is breaking news, you'll get it as soon as it crosses the wire. You're going to get TradingView's premium charting software. Okay, you're going to get TradingView's premium charting software. You're going to get the Trade Ideas scanner that streams on our platform for you guys to use. You're going to get our simulator, lets you practice trading with fake money, but with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you were learning in the courses. You're going to get our own proprietary scanner, lets you create custom scans. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, short data. It's all included when you guys join TTG. You don't have to pay $1 extra for any of this stuff. You got a trading journal that tracks your trading for you. You got a social sentiment scanner that tells you what's being talked about most on social media. You get analyst ratings on any company that you are interested in, a watch list every day that the mods publish to tell you what stocks we're focused on with entry and exit points. And then you've got the courses, a simplified and expanded upon version of the training that I received working at the fund in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it. You guys all have access to it. Then there's a video library with over 1,000 hours of workshops covering different topics. You can attend those workshops when you become a full-time member. Now, listen, I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just by joining True Trading Group, but what I can guarantee is if you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend the study group, and use the platform, and are unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $950 membership fee, if you can't do that at least one time, we will give you back double your money. That's $1,900. That's $1,900. Okay, 57% discount, $950. Can't make back the $950, $1,900 is what we're going to give you back. We can do that because our refund rate at True Trading Group is actually less than 2.2%. 78% of our members renew their membership or have become lifetime members. Go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. Price drops to $9.50 checkout. You're good to go. Otherwise, send us a text 1-888-306-8783 with any questions. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. I'll see you all